Now, hey, and we're live. Welcome to the Redeye Stream number 254. John McAfee runs for president of the United States while simultaneously running from United States authorities who want him for tax evasion. Taxation is theft, so of course he's running as a libertarian. All right, guys, how's it going? Is this conspiracy enough for you there, Quinn?
This is crazy enough that, you know what, I am more than happy to have this on my show because this is going to be funny as fuck. We get to take the piss out of the libertarians, and more the point, Mad has to actually join in.
Well, to be fair, I took a page out of memes here, his playbook, and I have tweeted at McAfee trying to schedule an interview. We'll see if his people get a hold of me because I don't have people. Well, actually, I do. I should direct them at B, huh? I got people. Like, wait,
hold on a second. Are you saying you're going to follow up your blockbuster interview with essentially National Socialist Patrick Little with famed gentleman that developed that software that still you ended up getting viruses with anyway?
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, that guy.
Okay,
you know what? You know the funniest thing though is
even McAfee said that shit sucked after he sold the company. So it is what it is.
You know what the funniest thing is though is that all these people are after him, yet the DEA and the ATF are not.
Hey, don't count how many times the man touches his face. He's getting old. He's on cocaine. He said it himself on Twitter. Fucking hell.
Touches his face. Define touches his face as rubbing his brow or wiping his nose.
Might have allergies.
Oh, this is just amazing. We're gonna dive into this article. The source link is at the bottom of the description. You scroll right past my Streamlabs link. Oh, by the way, did you know I have a Streamlabs donation link? It's in there. And then right past the Patreon link is the source link. So you know,
Shilling McShillington over here.
Yeah. Well, hey, we all don't have a freedom boat. You know what I'm saying? I didn't get my freedom boat.
Wait. He's running for president while he's in exile.
Yep.
Yes. It's amazing. It's amazing.
Wait. Didn't this happen in like Brazil or Chile or something? Because I remember we were talking to somebody, and there was actually the former president that was locked up that I believe was campaigning for president or trying to at least.
Oh, the dude from what was it, New York?
Well, this was in South America. I think it was Lovely Kitty, so I think it was Brazil, I believe. I could be incorrect.
I think there was one in Brazil, actually. Now, I don't know. There's too much bullshit going on lately. It's hard to keep up.
Wait. Are you saying the internet's kind of like a fire hose of data?
No, never.
No, it's a series of tubes.
Well, I mean that is true. It's more like a tidal wave.
Well, let me get into this article a little bit. All right. John McAfee plans to run for president in exile using thousands of masked doppelgangers. Ooh, that doesn't sound threatening. Okay. The crypto enthusiast has donned a wig, jumped on a boat, and is now on the run from the IRS. But that won't stop his 2020 presidential campaign. Only those pesky kids can. Oh, I added that last part.
Is he going for like the Rod Stewart look?
I'm not sure. I mean, I can still tell it's you, buddy. Take the wig off.
I swear.
No, he's going to go for plastic surgery and get himself to look a bit like Guy Fawkes, just to make it easier on his road warriors.
I swear, if he doesn't fucking repaint that boat as the fucking Mystery Machine after all of this, I'm going to be highly disappointed.
Dude, but it's a freedom boat. It's a freedom boat. And you know what? The one thing you cannot take away from that man is you cannot say he's not on a boat.
No, you know what he needs to do is he needs to paint down the side of it the Principality of Sealand.
Oh, yeah.
Ooh, they have a navy now, buddy.
Oh, dear God.
Okay, well, the thing is, though, I don't know how much money he owes the IRS, all right? And yes, taxation is theft. I get it, John. Nice way to stand on your morals. But if you got the money to buy your freedom boat, Why didn't you just pay your fucking taxes, bro? Come on.
Probably because the dinghy is nowhere near the amount that he's fucking owing. I'd laugh if he's just out there in a little rowboat. It's like, yeah, I'll fuck him.
No, actually, apparently there's even a picture of the back end of his boat in MADDS Discord, so you actually can see it's not just a dinghy.
Yeah, no, it's like, and they were in a storm last night because I have his Twitter open for the show here, and they damaged an engine, and so somebody is flying the engine out on a helicopter to fix his boat while he's still at sea, but homie can't pay his taxes. What? Come on.
Like, the thing is, what I have to ask this: did he name his boat Freedom?
I haven't seen the side of the boat to see the name
if
on
he's
it.
running as a libertarian, I believe he's currently repainting it taxation as theft.
Yeah, he's naming it the William Wallace.
Hey, yeah, I like that. All right. John McAfee's presidential bid has just taken a turn. Last year, the former antivirus software magnate announced his intention to run as a candidate in the 2020 United States presidential election. But in a series of videos posted to Twitter on Tuesday, McAfee claimed he will now have to run his campaign in exile because he's fleeing felony charges brought by the IRS. How do you run for president when you're on the run, using thousands of surrogate road warriors dressed up in John McAfee masks?
Okay.
I'll pause there. Go ahead, guys.
Yeah, silly question. Isn't he a POM anyway?
That
No,
means
he's
a
an American
British
citizen.
person.
No, he's an American citizen.
Oh, okay. I thought he was a POM. Anyway.
Yeah. He claims half Irish, so you know you can argue.
Well, yeah.
So he's going to be an Obama type president, half Kenyan, half Hawaiian, half American.
Yeah, that's it.
Wait, there's 3 halves now? Wait, there's 52 states. All right, it works.
Well, man, bear pig's half man, half pig, half bear.
Well,
Okay.
Beto O'Rourke managed to run for office, so yeah.
All right, today, came out yesterday, by the way, guys. Today, a grand jury was convened by the IRS to indict Janice McAfee, John McAfee's wife, and myself, which this is John talking, and 4 as yet unnamed campaign workers for various tax fraud issues, he said in one video post, filmed on his Freedom boat in unnamed tropical waters. Okay, homies outside of Barbados or some shit. All right. CNET was unable to verify the nature of the indictment. The IRS has been contacted for comment. McAfee couldn't immediately be reached. Obviously, he's on Freedom boat. He's got to wait a minute. No, wait a minute there, John McAfee. When he was running in 2016, he said he hasn't drank or touched drugs in years. I'm looking at a picture. I'm going to screen share. Okay, I like to drink. You guys tell me how this is not a bar right behind him, and that's not a glass of whiskey right in front of him. So let me share this.
It's apple juice, actually. It's
he's
for other people.
He's on one of those wacky diets where he drinks his own urine.
Yeah. There's nobody in the seat across from him. That's his glass of whiskey, buddy.
No, it's urine.
Maybe it's just a very exotic tea.
He heard Australians drink piss, and he thought, "Oh, okay, I'll try that."
It's actually watered down Tang. They're running low on supplies.
Well, I like the little caption there. Our events, if the day of the day, I'm guessing he tried to say, but he was too drunk, and our interaction with the United States State Department and ... What exactly is a grand jury? I'm sure you'll find out.
Oh boy.
No, and I reached out for an interview, so I'm not trying to be too harsh here, but Mr. McAfee, if you haven't drank in forever, that's a lot of booze on Freedom Boat, which I don't claim I don't drink. I'm free and open about my drinking, but he claims that he's been sober. That doesn't look sober.
He's got to keep his horse drunk.
He's being charged with several felony counts. Although, actually, if he became president and he was charged with felonies,
that's right?
He write himself a pardon?
He can, yeah.
Oh.
Well, Trump already said he'd pardon himself, so why not McAfee?
People don't like hearing that.
Okay, 3 hours later, McAfee outlined his grand plans for running his campaign. You're probably wondering how I'm going to manage my presidential campaign from a boat, he said in a later video. Volunteers are creating masks of my face, which are going to be given to thousands of people in 2 different groups. First are road warriors, who once a month are going to appear in parks, street corners, restaurants all around America, while I speak through loudspeakers through them.
Scroll down a bit more.
He is going Guy Fawkes.
That doesn't look like that picture there. Doesn't look like he's fucking wasted now, does it?
No, he's stone cold sober, guys. I mean, that is not the face of Charlie Sheen. I mean John McAfee.
He looks about ready for me to perform CPR on the guy.
He needs some more tiger blood.
Adonis DNA.
Don't hurt animals.
And I want to defend him here because taxation is theft, but dude, you're not making this easy on me. Okay, McAfee said a second group would appear in masks at keynote conferences to represent his campaign on the road. I will be going to conferences as a surrogate. I will be looking at people through a camera, answering questions, shaking hands as I tell my surrogates to shake hands and speaking. Okay, that would be weird. You got what, an earpiece in, and McAfee like, hey, shake that guy's hand right there. Kiss that baby.
Mad. No. Here's the thing. He's actually must have partnered with Elon Musk with the whole neural net program, and he's going to use people as avatars.
No, this actually starts to sound like it's a fucking cult.
Well, maybe that too.
And it's shit like this is why people think Elon Musk is going to genetically engineer cat girls. What the fuck timeline are we living in?
So Doku, if you actually scroll down to the bottom of that article, it actually leads into a CRISPR article. And it states, CRISPR explained, the revolutionary tool that's transforming genetic engineering. Everything you need to know about the gene editing breakthrough that will one day cure disease, eradicate species, and build designer babies. Okay, cure disease, but then eradicate species and build designer babies.
Don't get sidetracked on CRISPR too much yet. All right, I'm going to finish this article. While the McAfee 2020 campaign has pivoted, it's certainly been far from mundane. Mundane. He got some boulders. Anyway, until this point. Since announcing his presidential run in June 2018 on a platform of serving the crypto community and using his platform to, quote unquote, tell the truth, McAfee's Twitter feed has been filled with spicy and downright not safe for work memes about his bid to become the leader of the free world. By Tuesday, his social media feed included posts of McAfee in a wig he says he used for walking past government observers surrounding our neighborhood, and videotaped screeds about cryptocurrencies and fighting the yoke of government control. Wow. Okay, go.
I'm just going to say it's weird. As soon as we started talking about designer babies and genetically engineered cat girls, Google Hangouts wanted to crash.
Did it?
Yeah. But I'm back now. And again, someone stop this carousel. Someone stop the timeline. I want off.
Well, then all I got to
just
say
is more ridiculous.
Move to Australia then, because they didn't fucking crash out here. They don't have any influence because we're going to start taxing the bastards.
So I could finally look at the chat now. What's up, guys? MC. Yeah, MC. The libertarians fucked up. Even I'm laughing at them. That's pretty bad. Okay, government agencies spying on him in his neighborhood. Running to freedom boats, wearing a wig. Is he having a mental breakdown, or is he actually on cocaine?
Well, the surveillance thing sort of says to me as like a debunker kind of person that, well, he might have been considered a bit of a flight risk. And since that he's actually taken flight, he was in actual fact a risk. And that's probably what they were making sure he wasn't going to do. Somehow he did it, though.
Yeah, if he was smart, he would have invested in a submarine.
Real quick, Pinoid's in the chat. He says Maduro just got replaced in Venezuela. Hey, Jensen,
really?
You want to take a look and see if you can find something on that, buddy?
That could be some very interesting information.
I know there's been folks that have acknowledged that he's no longer the legitimate leader, because even Vice President Pence the other day acknowledged that I believe one of his opponents was a more legitimate leader.
Well, it's going to go two ways, either positively or horribly.
But
yeah, it was the leader of their what is like the essentially the equivalent of like their House or the Senate or some shit. He's the president of their I don't even know what the fuck it's called. I don't remember.
So not the president, but the president of the party, pretty much.
Yes, essentially. It's not something I looked into too much because I have other shit to do, but I do remember hearing about it. But if that's the case, that could potentially be very interesting.
So at what point do we just start carpet bombing Venezuela to put them out of their misery?
We're not carpet bombing Venezuela.
Why not?
Because it's wrong. We should avoid genocide.
It's not genocide. It's euthanasia.
Well, while we figure out what's going on with that breaking news, I will try and click that link here in a minute. I do want to talk about the McAfee thing some more than just reading the article and then laughing and moving on, because there has been cases in American history where people have ran for office from their jail cell and won. It happened in Louisiana before, and it's happened a couple other times. Not necessarily ran for president, but ran for the Senate, ran for governor, stuff like that.
Yeah, but also too, you got you're in the unique situation that back in the old West, that half the elected sheriffs and stuff like that were former criminals and murderers.
Okay, hey Matt, this is the only thing I can find, but it's still this was published 2 hours ago, but it's still interesting information. It's Venezuela's Maduro gives U.S. diplomats 72 hours to leave after Trump recognizes opposition leader Guaido, however the hell you say his name. Don't hate me for not being able to pronounce it. And this is from this is from Market Watch, but it looks like the original post is from the Associated Press. 4:35 p.m. U.S. Senator from Florida is calling for designate Venezuela as a quote terrorist state and imposing additional sanctions in order to preserve President Nicolas Maduro, pressure President Nicolas Maduro to resign. Senator Rick Scott, the junior senator from Florida, told reporters in Washington on Wednesday that Maduro is clearly a terrorist, in quotes. Scott added that, quote, the way Maduro has treated his citizens is disgusting. Scott also urged U.S. President Donald Trump to look at every sanction he can have and impose penalties on anybody doing business with or supporting Maduro. Scott
make
said
the situation worse.
Yeah, Scott said he expects that opposition leader Juan Guaido, who has declared himself interim president, will call elections as quickly as possible. Florida is home to tens of thousands of Venezuelans, blah, blah, blah. That's not important. Venezuela's president, Nicolas Maduro, is giving American diplomats 72 hours to abandon the country after breaking diplomatic relations with the United States over its decision to recognize an opposition leader as interim president. Quote, before the people and nations of the world, and as a constitutional president, I have decided to break diplomatic and political relations with the imperialist United States government, Maduro told a crowd of red-shirted supporters gathered at the presidential palace. He made the announcement following a tumultuous day that saw John Guaidó, the head of the opposition-controlled Congress, declare himself interim president and call elections. The move was immediately backed by the Trump administration, which said it was willing to use all its economic and diplomatic power to restore Venezuela's democracy. Maduro said in his speech the U.S. was making a grave mistake by trying to impose a president on Venezuela and rattled off a long list of countries, Guatemala, Brazil, Chile, and Argentina, that saw leftist governments toppled or come under military rule during the Cold War with U.S. support. U.S. President Donald Trump has been asked whether the U.S. military would use military action in Venezuela. God, I hate the way some of these people write. To support the ouster of President Maduro, and his response was ambiguous. We are not considering anything, but all options are on the table, Trump told reporters following a roundtable discussion at the White House on medical costs. Interesting. The comment came after his administration announced it would recognize opposition leader Juan Guaidó, I can't pronounce this shit, forgive me, as interim president. Trump did not clarify what he meant by all options. His administration has imposed several rounds of sanctions aimed at pressuring the government of the South American country. The rest of this is pretty much all word salad. So, yeah, there you go.
Yeah, I know. Yeah, I gather where you mean about the way people fucking write. It's not oust, whatever the fuck he said, it's ousting. But anyway.
Yeah, it's annoying to try to read some of these articles.
Well, the thing is, I heard earlier in the day that they were filling up the streets shoulder to shoulder protesting Maduro. And then I heard he struck back by kicking all the United States diplomats out of the country. They have 72 hours to pack their bags and get the fuck out. I didn't even know we still had people in Venezuela. I mean, how are they eating?
You've got an embassy in Liberia, for fuck's sake. But no, if any place needs a conspiracy government regime change kind of thing, it's fucking Venezuela. And like those cunts can't fucking organize a shit in a fucking toilet, a fart in a fucking whirlwind, or a root in a fucking brothel. They should, the fuckwit that's running that joint, he's so far beyond trying to help the joint, he needs to fuck off, honestly.
Yeah, no, and I was reading in the chat, Penoid, I don't know if he's still in there. John McAfee was the guy that created the antivirus software. Then he sold the company. He ran for president for the Libertarian Party in 2016. Didn't win at the convention. He took third. And he's going to try and run as a Libertarian again, but this time from exile, because taxation is theft, and he's putting where his money, or I guess his boat, where his mouth is. His freedom boat. You got to get it right, Matt. Well, that's an awesome name for a boat. I probably would have called her Liberty or something, but whatever. Freedom boat. That works.
Well, I mean, you could always default with the standard in the response of Bodie McBoatface.
And that's appropriating British culture.
Oh, that's fair. My apologies.
Wait, what was the name of the boat from Gilligan's Island? That's what I would have gone with. Just for shits and giggles.
Yeah, it was a minnow. I used to love that show. But I mean, do you think it's even possible? And how many people are going to sign up to wear a mask of John McAfee's face and be his fucking puppet? Right? He wants to be like, hey, shake that hand. Like, I'm telling you, that's some weird shit, isn't it?
He spent a lot of time programming. Go ahead.
Oh, no, I was just going to say that's definitely eccentric, but it's an off-the-wall enough gimmick that it wouldn't surprise me if it actually worked and people were down to play that game.
Well, again, like we are in the current year 2019 in the timeline in which we're operating. And again, I am unsure about John McAfee, and I wouldn't want to defame him. And again, this is merely speculation, but I believe Lois Griffin said it best.
Peter, meth is a hell of a drug.
What? Well, I can't disagree. But yeah, no, it's definitely weird.
It is a gimmick, but I mean, I don't know. I thought about volunteering just because I would have somebody record that shit and I'd be posting it all over my channel. Are you shitting me? Like, I'm not going to. Come on, that would be kind of entertaining.
Oh yeah, the shits and giggles you could get from it just by participating in it are fucking. The possibilities are fucking endless.
Oh yeah, like people aren't gonna click on that shit, especially as it gets closer to 2020. I'm walking around with a John McAfee mask on in Eugene, like downtown Eugene, Oregon. Oh fucking hell!
I wouldn't get you on the list of any type.
No, not at all.
Well, I'm already on a list, and I'm sure MC called some buddies of his and put me on more than one.
Well, as long as it's Santa's list.
Oh god, imagine fucking Santa Claus masks, or specifically John McAfee's mask with fucking Santa hats and shit.
Now, is he gonna provide the mask and the wig? I want the wig to go with the mask. All right, I gotta get the full McAfee thing going. All right,
you need the full experience.
Basically, you just want to become a road warrior. That's what it is. You want such a title.
Yeah, dude. Get the VR masks, right? Where you put your Galaxy phone in there. I have a Galaxy. I'll turn it around though, right? I don't know how I'll see. We'll have to figure this out, guys. But turn it around, and then you can have John actually on the screen on my face.
I'm gonna run for president in 2020. Just write in Mad Max.
I just heard you can have John on the screen on your face, and it's like, what? You want to 69 him?
Oh, what's wrong with you, Farty? You took that the wrong way. I hope you get eaten by a drop bear.
Get eaten by a drop bear.
Well, to be fair, Mad, this could well be your president, your one chance to get a libertarian in charge. How do you feel?
No, I'd rather run. At least I can show up. I'm not wanted.
So the prospect scares the shit out of you then?
Yeah, well, I mean, what's he going to do?
But
I mean, okay, before you're sworn in as president, right? You're not president yet. So he can win. Like, somehow, magically, he fucking wins. And then he shows up for the swearing in, and bam, you're arrested there, Johnny boy.
Oh, no.
Goes to Trump by default. Democrats.
I've had a horrible thought. He'd be running against Nancy Pelosi. He might actually win.
Oh, God. Oh, no, that's bad. Bad thoughts. Get them out of my head.
MC is, of course, talking about blowing people up. And I guess he's 3 beers in, so he's really going to blow people up because MC hardly ever drinks.
Yeah,
so
well, that's another thing. That's another thing that John doesn't remember too. Is that there's Predator drones, the U.S. Air Force, the U.S. Navy, United States Marine Corps.
Real quick,
They've all got things that.
I got a solution for my idea of John getting arrested right after swearing in. MC, you're in the chat still. Can they swear him in from the Freedom Boat? like, is that possible?
Well, technically, yeah. I mean, like, okay, if you have a look at like the say, for instance, a nuclear conflict and all this kind of stuff, and it's the last man standing kind of dealio thingy. Wherever the hell they are, they can get sworn in. So if it's, say, for instance, America gets nuked, but Hawaii is safe, and it comes down to the fucking governor of Honolulu is the nearest thing to the president, then yeah, I suppose they'd fucking swear him in there instead of bringing him all the way to nuclear bloody radiation fucking filled Washington.
Well, didn't they do that with President Johnson? They swore him in, I thought, on Air Force One.
They did.
I mean, that was over U.S. territory, but however, I don't think it specifies that it needs to be on U.S. soil. Because, I mean, that was technically the air, which counts as U.S. territory, but it wasn't on the ground. So, I mean, technically, probably?
Yes, you're right. Yes, they did in fact do that. Yes.
Yeah, MC says, yes, you can be sworn in anywhere. LBJ, so that's Lyndon Johnson, was sworn in on a plane. So,
It's good enough for a plane. It's good enough for a boat.
Oh, no, and could you imagine? Could you imagine sworn in on Freedom Boat? I'm just saying, now you got to put Freedom Boat in the Smithsonian, right? I mean...
You do realize at that point you're going to have John McAfee. He's going to get sworn in. His head will disappear from the monitor. You'll hear a loud snort. Then all of a sudden he'll roundhouse kick the guy next to him and just be like,
pull out an F-89 Minimi. Yeah, bitches.
Okay, that's a little bit extreme. I felt bad about my roundhouse kick comment. That was satire.
No, that was satire too. Idiocracy.
See, like I said, if he was smart, he would have invested in submarine.
Jensen, keep an eye on the chat. I'm gonna go to McAfee's Twitter page. Let's take a look.
Oh God! Actually, he's not Dr. Evil.
No, actually, a submarine would be one of the dumbest ideas you could have, because just have a look at the Sao Paulo or whatever it was, the Brazilian submarine that fucking sank a couple of years ago. There's even conspiracies about the fucking British Navy sinking that because of revenge for the Falklands or what the fucking bullshit. Anyway, it just seriously wouldn't take much for a fucking Seawolf class submarine to stick a Mark 48 and cap up its ass and then just go, oh yeah, they bought one of those North Korean ones that were all leaky and shit.
I fully stand by my submarine idea.
What if it was? Oh God, Jen.
I just love the fact that according to MC can be sworn in anywhere. That's kind of weird. Does that mean that technically he can be on land that is absolutely not owned by America whatsoever, i.e. technically the enemy held territory, and still get sworn in?
Yes, exactly. Because under with shit with nuclear conflicts and all this kind of stuff, back during the Cold War, they were expecting that Australia wasn't going to get hit because we apparently don't have any nuclear weapons, even though that up in Darwin we had nuclear fucking B-52s there regularly. So Australia was supposed to be the go-to place after a conflict in the Northern Hemisphere. And that was expected to be the continuation of the US government, unless Hawaii wasn't fucking taken out. So, yeah, absolutely. It could be here. But also, too, there was also a conspiracy that no one was actually going to nuke Russia, but they were going to use either neutron bombs that don't leave radiation or chemical weapons that quickly dissipate. And while they've nuked America, they just move everybody over to Europe and fucking... go into Russia and take over their land. Absolutely.
Just want to point out, MC has just said in chat he could be sworn in on the moon and it would be legal. Yep. God damn it.
Oh, God, just imagine if fucking Elon Musk were to fucking run for office and he gets sworn in on the moon just for shits and giggles.
One nation,
with one of his fucking genetically engineered cat girls.
Indivisible, except by means, and social media for all.
Nah, even better, he gets sworn in on Mars.
He gets sworn in on the fucking Tesla that he fucking put into orbit around Mars. Even better.
He's sitting there next to Starman with his arm around him going, yep, I'll do this.
Real quick. We got an update from the man himself 15 minutes ago. I will accept no campaign contributions. FEC regulations guarantee that only the two main parties can financially afford contributions. I don't know what he means by that. However, many have started defense funds for my trial. My banks, plural, he has more than one bank, are not releasing my funds. Search for these defense funds if you want to help. IRS is already seizing assets. He's been indicted for sure.
Well, people can't contribute because any money that be contributed to his campaign would immediately be seized.
Oh, what the fuck timeline are we living in?
No, this is the scary part. And this is going to make MC's blood boil. John McAfee, an hour ago, The day ended well. Freedom Boat is having parts flown in, and I am meeting tonight with foreign authorities who, to my understanding, will see my struggle with our government as political persecution, and as such is exempt from their extradition treaty with the United States. Hey, MC, he's going to jump to the Russians. He's out of here, dude.
No, he's going to Canada. Because Canada in the last year, right, there was an undercover copper in Australia who basically got fucked over by everybody, and he argued to the Canadian government that, if I stay in Australia, I'm basically a dead man. They let him in as a refugee. He's the only Australian refugee ever to be recorded. And then there was that Saudi Arabian Sheila in fucking Thailand or Bangkok or wherever it was, who wanted to come here. And the first thing I said was, like, no, you're better off going to Canada. They'll let any come in. And sure as shit, the Canadians about a week later went, yeah, come with us.
Well, see, I thought John McAfee, with that statement, it sounds like he was playing more of the sovereign citizen card.
Well, no, and check this out. This is an hour before his last post about meeting with foreign authorities. Russian television wrote a supportive article about my war with the corrupt parts of our United States government. The IRS will now label me as an agent of the Russian state. Clearly, if if McAfee admits, if his wife admits she has no control over me, then God help the Russians. I don't know what that means either. Is he high? I keep coming back to that.
The difference between him and Donald Trump is that, yes, there is a highly likely chance that Russian whores have actually pissed on John McAfee.
Fair play.
Oh, that's what all the balls are filled with?
MC has just said, so he's partying with the Bolivians and having a snow party. So, yeah, I think he's pretty much worked that out. And
wait, I thought Bolivia was too warm for snow.
Yeah, like MC says.
Oh, no,
it's mountain. Stupid memes. Don't be bloody stupid memes. You know what the snow means.
It's the white stuff?
Yes, it's the stuff that Charlie Sheen plays with.
Yeah. Well, 4 hours ago, will the government force Twitter to ban me? I pray not. I am seldom rude. I listen and respond. I advocate truth and responsibility. I assert that our priority should be to harm no one. Now, I do curse a lot. I am Irish and married to a black woman. Jesus could not help but curse. Okay, fair enough.
It's hard to be fucking sure.
Oh dear, oh Lord. And to think,
oh fucking lordy.
This dude could end up as your president. Honestly, it makes Trump look like a professional, doesn't he?
Yeah.
Well, no, and I love the view from Freedom Boat, though. I'd like to be chilling out there drinking a beer. That'd be nice. The Freedom Boat survived a stormy night at sea and lost an engine. We reached safety and brought with us a symbol of freedom recognized around the world. I want to restore that symbol to a position of reality once again. I'm guessing he's talking about the American flag. Don't you have to have a flag of your home country on a ship when you're at sea in international waters? Don't you have to fly a flag?
Well, unless you're a pirate, I think.
No, not really. If you have, say, for instance, there's the Maersk ships or Maru. Maru's are Japanese, so say fucking the Haikuru Maru, you'll know that's a Japanese ship. You don't necessarily have to fly a flag. But like say Maersk, for example, they're I believe it's a Dutch company. The Maersk Alabama, for example, was a ship that crashed. That's known as a Dutch ship because of certain, there's different sort of things like SS and SRs and stuff like the steamships and SLs, steam liners, and certain things like that, which denote certain English-speaking countries. So don't necessarily need to fly the actual flag. And then also too, with cargo ships, if you basically hire, say, a Maru out of like an Indonesian country, then you company, you have to fly the Indonesian flag to define it from.
Hey guys, just real quick. Sorry to interject, but I got to get running. I got some stuff I got to get taken care of. So y'all have a good stream.
Yeah, mate.
Yeah.
Look after
Yeah,
yourself.
talking about.
Peace out, brother.
All right,
Alright.
later, guys.
So at least he could laugh at himself. You know, the crypto enthusiast has donned a wig, jumped a boat, and is now on the run. That feels about right. So at least he could laugh about himself.
This again, I bring it back. While we're sitting here taking the piss out of this dude, this guy could end up as your president. Wow.
It is it that strange in this current timeline?
The fact that he's on the run from the country at the time, maybe it's just me. Maybe I'm looking at things a bit, differently. But yes, that seems bloody strange to me.
It's not going to happen, though. Like, they're going to arrest him. They're going
Is he
to
British?
detain him and all that shit.
No, actually, Farty, you may be right. Please, people, don't get distracted by such trivial things such as, am I eligible to be president? Remember, I do not want to be president. I just want the stage. I just need to run. I did it once before in the Libertarian Party. Who cares whether I can? I'm fucking doing it now. Okay.
Wait, is that what he just said?
He said that 22 hours ago.
He said that, well, let's not dwell on the facts. Said, maybe I qualify, maybe I don't. I don't really want to run. I just need this stage. If you're saying something like that, that just kind of sounds like you want the public spotlight for maybe just a little bit of PR or something. I don't know.
Well, that's the reason. That's the reason why I asked. I honestly thought he was a POM. And if indeed he is a POM, well, that basically precludes him from being the president anyway, because, well, you have to be a Yank.
Well, no,
except for Obama, who's half Kenyan, half Libyan. I mean, half Kenyan, half Libyan, half Hawaiian, half American.
Well, no, and here he goes on to say, talking about himself in the third person. I hate it when people do that. McAfee can legally run for president, provided he has not been convicted of a felony. Right now, he has only been charged with one. Well, I will accept whatever small blessings that are offered.
But
wait, was that written, or did he say that?
Didn't he actually go to jail for fucking cocaine and guns and shit?
Well, if he served his time.
So he's been convicted of a fucking felony, hasn't he?
Well, he may have pled down and served some time.
Well,
He is rich. Conviction. I'm sure he got a good lawyer. You know what I mean?
It's still a conviction, though.
No. What I'm saying is, no. I don't think we'd be even having this conversation because he's being charged with felonies right now. They're being presented. He actually hasn't gone to court because he's on a boat right now. But those other charges, he may have been charged with a felony. But if he had a good, high-powered attorney, he likely just kind of pled out to maybe a misdemeanor and didn't have the felony conviction, which is why he was able to run for president before for the Libertarians, or at least attempt to. But yeah, if he could have just pled down to a misdemeanor and then serve however long.
Where is he? I think that's the real conspiracy here, because I see a boat behind him too, and they look to be anchored as well. He's like off the coast of fucking Barbados or some shit, ain't he?
Is he turning into Carmen Sandiego?
No, never mind.
I'm sorry, I ruined your thought.
And I don't know if I could be on a ship out in the ocean. Like, you see that thing moving that much? I don't know. I like to drink too much. I'd stumble.
You'd be stumbling anyways, dude. You're on the ocean. The floor isn't exactly flat.
Oh my god, there's the picture of the wig. Holy shit. Okay, I'll give me a minute, guys.
Is he becoming Carmen Sandiego?
Oh god.
That actually looks like...
What is it?
That actually looks like he's in an actual lorry, a semi tractor trailer, as you guys call it over there. Like that's a high roof and a very big window.
No,
did he hitchhike to the ocean?
Did you read it? Partial disguise, fake beard not included. Used in walking past government observers surrounding our neighborhood a few weeks ago. Fucking hell, dude. Fucking hell.
Mad, MC has asked you to, has asked for the the link in Twitter. So
yeah, can you DM him? You guys follow each other, don't you? I don't want to leave this.
Right.
Yep, there we go. Black Whore. He must be in Barbados.
Hey, actually, be nice. And you're not too far off though. But that's his wife, and she was a call girl when he met her, so she was a hooker. But yeah, it is the man's wife. I mean, yeah, okay, all right. 4chan, I know you're out there. What island is that? I want to know, what island is that?
No. Even better, 4chan. The scroll back up to to his whorebag wife. Through the window, where's the aeroplane that's flying at 25,000 feet in contrails at that point in time during the day and all that? Yeah, fucking find out where the boat is right there. There you go.
Yeah, they can too. I don't know how.
I know.
I don't know, guys. Let's do this with or without the wig. I'm thinking the hippie look works for him.
No, just no.
And once again, I know I'm beating a dead horse here, but that's a mixed drink in his hand. I fucking know it.
It could be cranberry juice, and you leave our friend a very dead horse alone, and I may or may not have just tweeted at his most recent comment and replied with a certain song from Lonely Island.
No, you see, that's not cranberry juice. He's got a bladder infection. He's drinking his own piss.
No, that looks a little red. I think that's a Bloody Mary. I think he's drinking some vodka, guys. Well, now I'm going all 4chan. Guess the drink in his hand.
He's got blood in his piss. It's a bladder infection.
Please, this man needs a doctor. Oh, God, speaking of doctors.
For some reason, I can't seem to be able to message to MC. So, Memes, can you do it?
Yes.
Well, Memes our MC's here now.
All right.
I could be here. I might
Finally.
be.
So what do you think about Freedom Boat and McAfee running from the feds?
I think they'll send him over to Belize. I believe that his real problem started there, didn't they?
Oh, yeah, I wasn't going to bring that up, but there is that. The murder charges out of Belize, yeah.
Wait, what?
Yes. The finding of the dead hooker in his house was where this all really began.
What was the cause
This isn't
of
the
death?
weirdest shit he's actually fucking done. If you look into this cunt, like, you'd be like, this isn't really surprising for someone who actually knows half a thing about fucking John McAfee. Like, you know, gun charges, cocaine charges, fucking ripping cunts off on the internet, fucking selling his company at a massive gain when he just came out afterwards, like 5 minutes after he fucking sold the company. He's like, this is shit, don't buy it. And sunk the cunts he fucking sold it to.
Anybody that actively used McAfee's software for a PC could probably let you know that it wasn't the greatest
Real
thing.
quick, two things. One, confirmed he's back on the he fell off the wagon. Our boat captain, Alessandro, he's Italian and unwisely challenged me to a drinking contest. 4-1 for Mad Dodge. We weighed the option of carrying him to his room or leaving him where he lay. Too tired to carry. Now, look behind him. It is official. McAfee's run into the North Koreans.
Wait a second. Is Dennis Rodman on that boat?
Yeah, right? I knew he was on the fucking booze again,
The
dude.
reason why he's out there in the ocean. The real reason he's out there in the ocean. White Dodge is right. He's on his way to North Korea. But right now, he needs to hump enough whale meat to make sure that they actually don't kill him when he arrives. Here, look.
With all due respect, MC, you sound like you're broadcasting from a cardboard box.
I kind of.
Or out of a toilet.
How does it? Is this any better?
That's better.
Yep.
Okay.
Okay. So First off, he owns a PS4. Props. Second, I like to. I own a PS4. I own a PS4.
We share an identity.
Personally, I think the dog's got a better wig than he does.
Well, no. Check it out, though. This is when I was actually going to nail him on this one. 18 miles off the coast of Newfoundland, Tequila, which he named his dog Tequila, classy. I would love that dog to be in the White House, by the way. It'd be amazing. Falls off the boat. Temperature of the seawater was 31 degrees. We hauled her in within a matter of seconds. Unprotected survival time at these temperatures is less than 4 minutes. He let his fucking dog fall off the boat. Dog overboard. Like,
threw the freaking frisbee into the water.
Oh dear.
Now, I hate to say this, but is that supposed to be his wife sitting there with the dog?
Yeah.
Why does she look like she's like 15?
Maybe
she
that
probably was.
Yeah, I don't know, man. I don't know. We're gonna move on.
It's John McAfee here. I mean, like, you know, like the last thing like we need to cover here is pedophilia. I mean, like he's done everything else. I mean, like he's ticking off the felonies like a fucking he's catching Pokemon. Catch them all.
Well, I like this shit right here, though. I don't always run for president, but when I do, and it's his mugshot, fucking brilliant.
The only thing he's got left is to come to Australia and fucking root a kangaroo.
Oh dear.
Then he can tick off bestiality while he's at it.
Jumping in the water. Swimming with the dolphins. Oh my god, he's raping one! He's raping the dolphin! Oh, it'll never end! It just never ends!
Okay, and you're
hang
wondering,
on.
Yeah, you're wondering why we make. Wait, real quick. You're wondering why we make cocaine jokes. Look at the screen right now.
No. With the whole raping the dolphin thing, is it one of those dolphins that came to France that was raping the locals? Was it a Muslim dolphin? Was the dolphin consensually fucking him? Think about it.
It was a dolphin that was suffering PTSD from an encounter with John McAfee.
Could you imagine him actually in the Oval Office doing fucking coke off of that desk? Like,
are you kidding me? He wouldn't be doing off of the desk. He'd be doing it off the hookers.
Yeah, that's right.
Yeah, inviting Bill Clinton over. Hey, Bill, a party at the White House.
Oh, don't start that one. Do not start that.
Oh, have you guys ever heard WSCR, the fucking world-class sex rhymes from Kid Rock, where he's with Kid Rock and Snoop Dogg, and they're talking about they're singing about fucking being on private planes, and Bill Clinton's there, and then fucking the waitress comes up, fucking offers a drink, and Slick Willie sticks fingers up her skirt, and then they all fuck the bitch, and yeah, go watch that. Go listen to that. Fucking WS.
This shit's pretty good. Got my vote, McAfee. It's Obama. Can't be worse than that other guy.
Nice.
He probably will too.
That was just going into memes. I'll stop sharing and I'll check the chat. But MC, yeah, your honest thoughts, man. If he has the money for Freedom Boat, even if he rented the fucker, like he could pay his taxes, right? There's something else going on here.
Well, you think he's on the boat for tax evasion? He's on the boat because there's tons of countries that want to catch his ass.
Mm-hmm.
He's like a pariah. Are you kidding me? Nobody wants this guy. Not even the Brazilians want him, especially after Bolsonaro won. He's afraid to go down there. Where can he land? Where can he sail his boat to? Where's he gonna go? Saudi Arabia?
Oh, God, he can go to that island. No, you know that island where they killed the missionary? No, the one where they killed the missionary.
South Sentinel.
Yeah. He can go there.
Yeah, no. Even they want to kill him. He definitely can't come to Australia because, like, we've got a policy now that the fucking SAS will just raid your boat.
You know what those are? Those are just like Photoshop pictures. He's probably in a rowboat somewhere or a fishing trawler.
I've already made that argument. He's in a dinghy.
Oh, you got the dog there trying to huddle for war.
No. Is he actively trying to kill the Libertarian Party? Is that what he's trying to do? Let's go into that conspiracy.
Oh, like that would take a lot.
Dude. Even Adam Kokesh is better than this guy at this point, man. At least Adam Kokesh isn't running from the law.
How to kill a Libertarian Party? How to kill a Libertarian Party? How do we do this? I know. Let's run Gary Johnson. Shit, still not dead. Where's John? Let me dial him up. Come on.
Well, I think this is just crazy. Like, McAfee's losing his mind, man. I don't know what's going on.
How are you losing his mind? When was he the last time he was in his right mind?
Hey, in 2016, he was entertaining and he wasn't on Freedom Boat high on cocaine, all right? Like, I don't know what's going on with him right now.
Would you put money on that?
No, not at this point.
The guy's been a lunatic for a while. He's been on the run from the Belize. Belize have been trying to figure out what the hell he's been doing. The dead hooker in his house that he's never explained.
Was he on or off the wagon at the time? Did he say he was on the wagon at the time? Because if he wasn't on the wagon there...
But MC, come on. Okay, according to him, Belize came to him for a kickback, a donation. And he told him to get bent. And next thing he knew, he had the SWAT team coming in. They shot his dog. They flipped out, tore the house apart, saying he was running a drug lab. Then
he probably was.
Then maybe, but then like a week later, they come in again and they find a dead body, and he had already bounced. I mean, he's saying they framed him. I don't know. Belize isn't necessarily a first world country now, is it?
That's true, but his neighbors pretty much said no, he didn't.
Yeah, no, Belize really does have they're one of those countries that their police are just fucking useless. But yeah, like when your neighbors say, definitely this cunt did it. And then you look at it's John McAfee and the Belize police are like, yeah, we think he had a drug lab here. Are you going to say, oh no, bullshit to that? No, where's your evidence? It's like the Belize police say John McAfee had a drug lab. Okay, yep. What else did you do?
What, did he find anything else? Did you go to the person's report?
He had a fairly good defense for that. He was like, you know how many cartels are in Belize? You think I was running the drug lab? I don't know. I think he would have been. I think they would have killed the gringo. You know what I'm saying?
They Belize was well known for expatriates, especially from the United States, as a matter of fact. All right, they catered to them. So here's somebody that they normally would be catering to that they're going, oh my God, he's so bad, we got to arrest him. That's who John McAfee is.
Huh. I wonder if
I need to get a beer.
Okay. Okay, memes, you like to see the good in everybody. Come on, defend John McAfee. Give me something here. Just something, man.
He doesn't like to see the good in people. He's just too naive to see the fucking arsehole in them.
I think that man needs help. We all need help, but for some reason, I think we should pray for the man.
So do you think this is a Charlie Sheen level cry for help?
Charlie Sheen was clean within like 5 days.
Charlie Clean level of help? Are you freaking kidding me?
MC, we're setting a bar. We're not specifying an exact level.
Are you kidding me?
No, I'm saying Charlie Sheen self-destructed his entire life because he needed help. Is what I was trying to say. Is McAfee doing the same thing? Self-destructed.
Wasn't Charlie Sheen more of a functional addict? I mean, you can disagree with the stuff, but
do you not remember him getting fired from the biggest fucking sitcom comedy in the
made
world?
A bunch of anti-Semitic comments against Chuck Lorre.
He was off his fucking face at the time. The only time that he started fucking going, actually, Oprah, I need some help, is when fucking someone started stealing his AIDS medication.
Yeah.
Someone was stealing his AIDS medication? What?
Mistakes were made.
He went on fucking Oprah, and he was saying like, "Oh yeah, by the way, I've got AIDS, oh, by the way, also too, I've been associating with people who have supposedly been trying to blackmail me and all this kind of stuff. So I'm coming out with it now. I've got AIDS, and fucking these cunts have been stealing my AIDS medication. And they've been trying to blackmail me. So go fuck yourselves. You don't have any more power over me."
By the way, here's the laundry list of the women I slept with. Good luck, guys.
Yeah. They've all got AIDS
as long as
too.
he actively communicated and or like was just using protection, you should still communicate.
Okay, I'm gonna
No.
Google the charges
Not California.
leveled against
This is
McAfee.
only a misdemeanor in California.
Well, it is
Killing
now.
somebody with a deadly disease is not a problem if you're in California.
Has that been challenged yet?
Not yet.
Well, real
No,
quick,
he
before I look something up, Aunt Jack in the chat says libertarians are people too stupid to be conservative and too easily confused by liberalism. You're wrong, and go fuck yourself. By the
No,
way,
he's pretty much right. It's just the only difference is that you're freaking addled with freaking drugs. So that's what most of your confusion.
I am not McAfee. Don't fuck. No, I don't have a freedom boat. I wish I had a freedom boat. But no, Aunt Jack.
In other words, he's my hero.
No, he's definitely not my hero. That's for damn sure. But no, Aunt Jack's been making some anti-libertarian comments for a while now. I just now decided to tell him to fuck himself. So it's all good fun, buddy. Fuck you.
No, he seriously means it. No, in any case, no, in answer to memes, he literally did sit up there and go, "Oh, by the way, these Sheilas, go get yourself tested."
He didn't communicate that.
Not at the time.
That's not cool, man.
Yeah, everywhere else in the world, giving someone a communicable disease.
How you like, Charlie?
Everywhere else in the world, giving someone a communicable disease knowingly is a committable offense. But California, with their free love and their hippie shit.
I'm not sure what that accent was for California.
It was just me putting on a weird voice. Wasn't supposed to be an accent.
It's like when an MC says Alexandria Ocasio-Cortez, although he says it kind of sensually.
No, Alexandria is actually the way you're actually supposed to pronounce it in the King's English, which is what you guys are supposed to be using.
Wait, what?
Alexandria.
It's not Alexandria. It's Alexandria.
Hey, I'll drink at my bars, drive my cars, not at my bars, but leave me alone.
and seek my Cadillac with the dead hook in the back.
Yeah, it's not car. There's no OR in it. It's car. K-A-R.
Hey, up here, here's what happens. When you say khakis, it could literally mean pants or things that start your car.
That made no sense.
Are you trying to impress us, me?
Go Pats.
You're using dumb fuck English here, man. Fucking, you're trying to upstage the bloke who can actually speak eloquently even when he is pissed, which I am now.
I like Aussies.
Especially when it's named Charlie, right?
Charlie Brown.
Okay, so here's what I can find. The IRS has filed charges for tax evasion. That's the newest part. There is murder and rape allegations out of Belize. And that's it. But that's like,
is that all you can find?
I mean, yeah, murder, rape, and tax evasion.
Murder, rape, tax evasion, unlicensed firearms, drug abuse. Like, this is where I say the Belize police will go, "Oh, John McAfee had a fucking drug lab in his hotel." It's like, no shit. What's your point? It's John McAfee. Duh.
Yeah, no, and I don't know, guys. Homeboy lost his mind.
He lost his mind fucking years ago, dude.
Was it like because he made too much money off of that crappy antivirus software, or what?
Yeah, he made a shit ton of money. He got into the cocaine, fucking bitches and whores, and fucking I'm famous and fucking I can go and do whatever the fuck I want bullshit. And the next thing you know, they found him with a bunch of machine guns and cocaine and whores and fucking all sorts of shit. And then he had to fuck off.
He went to Belize for one reason, because he knew he could freaking basically live there for $5 a day, and he was spending like $5,000 a freaking day. Right? And people were freaking. He could do whatever he wanted. He was a freaking king, and like the king that he thought he was, he was following in the footsteps of. It's good to be the king. And what was the result is, no, everyone was like, oh, wow, he's got all this money, but he's a dirtbag. He's always been a dirtbag, and he always will be a dirtbag. And it's not because he got too much money too quickly or anything else. It's because he was a freaking fruit loop to begin with. He was a math genius who loved math since he was a very young child and never developed any real social skills.
Yeah, well, he has social skills now. I mean, he's got tons of friends.
Because he's got money.
Because they're all named Benjamin.
Hold on, gentlemen, here. This is a Mad Dodge Productions news alert. Apparently, BuzzFeed will reportedly cut 15% of its staff as of 2 minutes ago now.
Oh, boo fucking who? Wah! Oh, shit, we're going to hear about this crying crap on
250 folks are losing their jobs.
Oh, wow. Like they were doing anything in the first place.
Hey, Franny, if you're on the chopping block, you can come help out at Mad Dodge Productions. We just need you to stop being racist. And, well, we can start with that. I'm sure that'll be hard enough for you. So,
wait, who?
Franny. Cheska.
Who's that?
Oh, she's some dumb bloody black Sheila who fucking likes to speak her mind about shit she doesn't know about.
Are you talking about Francesca Ramsey?
That's the one.
Oh, I thought she worked for MTV News.
Oh, shit. Well, she's going to keep a job then.
What's the difference? They're just
corporate entities.
Tim Pool.
Actually, there's a couple.
Tim Pool is the smartest individual because he's worked for all these organizations once.
There were a couple of Sheilas out of that 36 questions fucking Sheilas have for men video. Wouldn't mind fucking. So fucking I can pay them for a couple of hours at least.
God bless Australia.
You want a job after you get sacked from fucking BuzzFeed? I can give you a couple of hours pay at least.
I hear the freedom boats.
Wait, hold on. Wait, Marty, you're starting a GoFundMe for these people?
Fuck no. I can pay them out of my own pocket. I'm not a dumb fuck.
You're donating to these folks'
internet
Patreons?
money.
What a guy.
No. They suck and fuck well enough. Yeah, boom. They get good money. They get good NPC.
Hey, we're not a family show, but services rendered is a better way to put it there.
Yeah, exactly.
Only outside of Las Vegas County with consent.
Do you think they'll take a
prostitution's legal here, sunshine?
Do you think they'll take
wait, what?
Government
yeah, we've even got legalized brothels and everything. Fucking hey, the minute we fucking legalize brothels, right? We got the whores off the streets. We got them into a place where they're looked after. They're fucking protected by security.
Can you tell me why you
regular
didn't
medical checks.
Can you tell me why you didn't nationalize that industry?
No, we did. Yeah, no, every fucking state. They get protection from fucking security. They get regular medical checks. They have to use condoms. This, that, and they get the right to say, no, fuck off, you're a dirty, disgusting fuck, I don't want to fuck you.
Support the government. Screw the
No. This is what happened, right? Divorce rates plummeted in Australia as soon as they legalized prostitution.
That's because all the women went to work for freaking the government.
That's because the husbands were happy because the bitches wouldn't fuck them. That's all right. You cook me dinner and you clean my clothes. You don't fuck me. That's all right. I'll go see fucking Soapy Susie down the fucking house with 1,000 teacups.
It sounds like you frequent that establishment every now and then.
No. My two favourites are Trixie Latouche and Bubbles Flanagan.
Bubbles Flanagan?
Well, it used to be Bambi, then a tooth or two fell out.
That sounds
No,
like a
it
strain
used to
of
be
cannabis.
Bambi, then I had the shooter. I used to love her, but I had to kill. No, I can.
Anyway.
Oh my God, you're right, Farty. Wow.
But I mean, technically, if he somehow did win, he could be sworn in as president on his boat, on the Freedom Boat, right, MC? And then he could pardon himself from Freedom Boat and then go to DC, right? He'd be all good.
That's an actual reality, yeah.
He could do that, yeah. And then, he would be impeached.
And then he immediately declares war on Belize, right? Because, you know, I would.
I don't think there's any need to declare war on Belize anytime soon.
They slandered the president at that point. If he won, he's the president, and they call him a murdering rapist.
Is it slander if it's true?
Hey, you don't know if it's true. You weren't there with the armed guards.
With the dead hooker?
Well, that is true.
We do know there was a dead hooker in the building.
Does this look like dead hooker storage to you?
No, she was a sex worker.
Yeah. Okay.
Anyway, moving on. Okay. I'm thinking Jensen had an issue with his internet, but because he had the next conspiracy story. But you know, it is what it is. I heard you guys are having record temperatures in Australia, Farty. Heat wave is what they're calling it, right? He must have went to go get beer. Okay. MC. So you leave your nice desert and you land into a monsoon? What's going on with that?
I landed in a frozen winter friggin' wonderland. Well, it isn't snowing, granted, but it's still freaking cold as hell.
You're welcome.
I think it was 22 freaking degrees when I landed here on Monday. Like, who ordered the freaking cold weather? I live in a freaking desert. It's not supposed to be cold in Atlanta. What the heck, man?
Have you not watched The Walking Dead?
Do I care? When do I care about The Walking Dead?
I don't know. All I know is the photo on the cover of like season 1 of The Walking Dead and the storm from a couple of years ago are eerily similar. Everyone just leaving in a massive traffic jam. And oh God, we said Beetlejuice too many times.
Welcome, Cabbage.
Hello.
Yeah, you missed all the fun talk about Freedom Boat and cocaine and dead hookers. I mean, now you're at the boring part. I was going to talk about the weather.
Damn it. You see, you snooze, you lose. I don't know, at 8 o'clock, I just thought, I sat on the couch and, you know, just went and thought, oh, well, I'll have a short nap. It was 4 hours ago.
Yeah, when you get our age, you kind of have to slow down a little bit there, Kevin.
I only woke up because my bladder was full. At least I got the
prostate
bladder
check. Prostate check.
Yeah. Yeah, nobody needs to know these things. So you're saying I missed the hookers and the cocaine? Damn it!
That's okay. Means we'll give you a recap.
Okay.
Wait, what? So there's a dude that sold virus software that wasn't the greatest, that's on a boat, and he's trying to run for president, even though he doesn't want to run for president, but it would be convenient if he could pardon himself.
Oh, is that McAfee? John McAfee?
Yeah.
How'd you guess?
Okay. I named it in one.
He was an inspirational hero to Mad Dog as the grand libertarian that's running for president.
hey, you know, when I say taxation is theft and then turn around and go to H&R Block like I did, I'm not backing it up. This guy, hey, he's backing it up.
How
I
much
thought
do
you were
think
going to
got
go.
for the dead hooker?
I thought you were going to go all sovereign citizens. Like, no, fucking taxation is theft. H&R Block, you're a government shill and all this kind.
No, no. As soon as I get my 1098-T form from my school, we get a refund. So they're actually giving me money back. So yeah, I'm not going to tell them to get fucked when I need the money.
So
He's on the government
it's
dole.
not actually theft, then, is it? You're getting money back. So how
Well,
is that
they
thieving?
stole it from MC to give to me.
Well, why do you give a fuck?
I don't. Everybody else has to sign up for taxes too, and they get their refund. It's not my fault that I get more.
Okay. So everyone else signs up for taxes and they get a refund. You got a refund, and MC's paying for it. And who's thieving off who?
Well, if MC's mad, he should be backing McAfee. You got a candidate that doesn't like taxes, buddy.
Or we could do
I think it's
some form of private charity.
I think his platform of a chicken in every pot and a dead hooker in every house is probably a little too much for me.
No, we need to take care of our sex workers.
Now, think about what you just said, Memes.
No.
And think about how you apply that. You need to take care of all the sex workers.
No,
Well,
we got to protect our sex workers. No, fuck them.
He didn't say protect. He said he's going to take care of
Wait a minute. No, wait a minute. Okay, Aunt Jack. Now you're saying I'm being a liberal. You know, we're required to go turn in our tax forms, right? You do realize that? It's illegal if I don't. So, yeah, I'm going to take my fucking refund. Damn fucking right.
Protect your sex workers. What the fuck are you doing? Trying to fucking take them home and show them a new life away from what they're doing? No, fuck them. That's all they're there
Dude,
for.
I stand by many folks in the cam. No, well, folks in the cam industry, dude. I really think they need proper representation because a lot of those folks are getting screwed. What?
Fuck them.
People are just too young.
Well, I can't be president until later this year.
Yeah, I don't know, man.
Being the centrist as president. Oh,
Maybe you could have those sex robots on Lend-Lease or something.
Well, okay. Who's worse, MC? McAfee, who threw his hat in already for the Libertarians. Adam Kokesh has as well, and Bill Weld has as well, which nobody wants Weld in the party, so he's not going to get it, I hope, unless Reason Magazine gives him a shitload of money like they did Gary Johnson.
Why does everyone hate on our governors?
Now, wait. That's all internal libertarian politics. But there's been some Democrats throwing their hats in the ring. How do you think McAfee would fare against the Democrats that have thrown their hat in? Who threw their hat in yesterday?
Kamala Harris.
Yeah.
What side's Pelosi on?
Oh,
Pelosi's side. She's on Pelosi's side. That's who Pelosi's on.
Well, okay, no, but MC, what do you think about the current Democrat field? And if it was one of them, couldn't McAfee actually have a chance still, even if he is a crazy guy? I mean, Donald Trump was pretty out there.
Does Donald Trump, have they ever walked into Donald Trump's house and found a dead hooker?
Did Donald Trump ever live in Belize? I mean, that's apples to oranges, my friend.
No, it's not.
Did Donald Trump go down to an island in the Caribbean with Bill Clinton?
It's like I said before, out of Donald Trump and John McAfee, you would expect that John McAfee had a Russian hooker piss on him.
That's true.
Wait
Probably
a
worse.
minute. Wait. Aunt Jack wants me to give back my refund, to give more money to the government that is shut down right now. No. Come on.
Think about those poor parkland workers and those museum employees and stuff
ahead.
like that.
I got into a fight today, as a matter of fact, about that.
MC, is it bad to actually get a refund when they give you a refund? Especially on an income tax that I believe is unconstitutional to begin with?
Is it bad? bad? Is what bad?
Aunt Jack's saying, calling me a hypocrite, calling me a liberal. Even though
you are a liberal.
all conservatives think I'm a liberal, and all liberals think I'm a conservative. So
no liberal thinks you're a conservative.
Well, then you're not a liberal, then are you?
Liberals think you're a Nazi.
Mad Dodge, the
Liberals
center
think
is a
everyone's
lonely
a Nazi.
place.
wait, I'd rather be thought of as a conservative than a Nazi. Jeez, that was a little harsh.
Why don't you
Could be
think
worse.
yourself
It could
as
be
a
like me,
centrist?
where they all think I'm Himmler.
Why
Hey,
don't,
people thought I'm a Nazi too.
Matt Dodge, why don't you just think yourself as a centrist? Because you do appear to me as being more of a centrist than anything. You're not really liberal. You're not really conservative. You're actually more in the middle than anything else.
Oh no! Now you're lumping me in with memes.
It's the rise of the
Oh.
center. It's a very broad base, man.
Or why don't you think yourself like myself as being a realist? Like realistically speaking, we shouldn't have we shouldn't have fucking let most of these fucking immigrants in. We should have shot the bastards in the middle of the ocean, filmed it, and fucking showed every cut and said, "Don't fucking come here, or this will happen to you." Because you don't want your immigration bullshit from the southern border now, do you? You're thinking that annexation of Mexico might be a better idea because there's a smaller fucking border there.
Do you think you sound more like Mad Dodge, or do you think you sound more like me?
No, well, Mad Dodge actually sounds more like both of us.
Well, no, I want a more streamlined immigration, which is why MC's laughing. But I don't care about the wall. You want a wall? Build a wall. I don't give a fuck.
No. See, if you weren't like me and MC, you'd be like Cabbage and just arguing over the top of us all the time.
What? All you ever do is fucking talk over the top of people and fucking burp.
You woke him up. He's busy trying to light a smoke, and now you shut him off.
Buy a big dude. It works better.
And Mad Dodge, you have to use proper verbiage. You have to use proper verbiage. It's a recyclable border barrier.
I love this. It's like hitting a beehive.
This fucking thing is a new lighter.
Buy a
Well,
Bic,
if
they work
it's
better.
a Bic, you know that
It
is
is a Bic, you idiot.
I said that's French. You
No,
idiot.
the one with the wheel, not the one with the little dynamo.
Hold it in
Bic
your
thing.
hand and squeeze tight for 30 seconds.
Oh, I've been doing that for years. It just gets me hair on my palms.
Hold the
It just gets him hard, wet, and sticky.
Cabbage. Just hold the button before the click for a couple of seconds and then click it.
I know how to use a lighter, thank you very much.
Why don't you have any matchsticks?
Doesn't sound like it.
I have got matchsticks, actually. I've got them in reserve, and I've also got a candle, too, just in case.
What?
Well, Bic lighters are from France, so fuck the French.
Exactly. I wholeheartedly agree. But they're made in China.
The ones we get are made in France.
But no, MC, you really answered my question. What do you think about the current field of Democrats that actually stands a chance? Are you more with sticks? If Biden throws his hat in the ring, he's automatically the front runner?
It does. At this point in time, we're too far out to handicap him.
Wait, is Joe going to run?
He's talking like he is.
Dude, because he's going to be like 77 or so?
He's not going to be able to run. He's not going to have the energy to run.
Dude, just imagine, and I don't know what would happen at the time because he's getting older, but at least go back a few years ago, if he had a run and he had actually been in the debates there, those debates would have been legendary.
Those debates would have been a freaking snore fest.
Really?
What are you talking about?
They would have.
Have you ever seen any? If there is, you act like Biden has never run for president.
Well, he didn't win.
He didn't even come close. He never won a state.
He wasn't Barack Obama.
Even before Barack Obama, he ran against freaking John Edwards and was annihilated.
He rode a train into work for 30 years, MC, and when Barack Obama got reelected, he jumped out of that limo and he was walking with purpose.
When Barack Obama chose him as his vice president, he was his vice president for 8 years. Do you even follow politics at all?
He was his friend in the Senate.
Gosh, you're stupid.
He was the guy that knew what was going on.
Yeah,
they used to have more of a noob.
They used to have play dates, didn't they?
but he was his friend in the Senate. It's Rondo. It's got what you need. It's electrolytes.
No, he was kind of like his Padawan in a way. He like helped train him up, and it's like
he showed you how to properly
Padawan.
He's the evil emperor of actual plagiarism because you're black.
What? No, he's not a Sith.
He's not. I'm sorry. Did he or did he not plagiarize an entire speech?
Okay, he's kind of like a tall Yoda.
Yeah, Yoda.
Wait a minute. Where's Voice of One at when you need him? You just slandered Yoda. Yoda plagiarizes? I want proof. Cite me the information.
What are you talking about?
No, this can't plagiarize Yoda. You need this back then.
What?
Back in the day when Biden was first running for president, he got caught and had to drop out because he had plagiarized an entire speech almost verbatim.
Did he write the speech himself?
Well, then again,
no.
Michelle did.
That's what.
Well, Melania, yeah.
Was it Melania?
That means that's what plagiarizes means. It's like you didn't write it yourself. You fucking copied it from somebody else.
Or Barack Obama. This is you guys. No wonder you guys are freaking.
No. The reason why I said that was because a lot of folks have speechwriters, and very often, if that potential speechwriter took it from another speech, whether they did it consciously or just subconsciously,
it was verbatim.
You should probably check it, or at least we have the tools now to be like, okay, did I rip this off from anywhere?
Okay, memes. In the Queen's English, we've got this thing called word for word, which is also called verbatim, which means that you plagiarized something, which means you copied from somebody else's work word for word. There's no suggestions, there's no fucking a couple of different spelling mistakes or anything like that. You literally said fucking what they said exactly the way they said. That's the definition of plagiarism.
Was it his speech? Like, did somebody else just hand him a piece of paper and he was just such like a conditioned politician that he'll just read anything that's on the page?
Regardless, it's plagiarism. And the individual, like, that's the silly thing. That's the whole joke about fucking the anchor man, where, he'll just read what's off the teleprompter. That's the joke.
Well, that's an issue.
We'll just put down the beginning scroll of fucking Star Wars Episode 4, and he'll just fucking read that. Regardless of who fucking did it, and he read it out, whoever did it was plagiarizing the original source.
Oh, that's fucked up.
Yeah.
Welcome to current year.
I'm the kids. I'm back now though. But yeah, okay, so Biden would have, he would be the front runner, but he hasn't thrown his hat in yet, and he is getting kind of old, so he might not run. Who else do you think they really got? Who can stand toe-to-toe with Trump? And
the situation, look, it's 2 years away. The economic,
yeah, but you know how the American election cycle goes, dude. It's already started.
I do understand.
MC, the start the day after Trump won.
What about that?
But that has nothing to do with what the result is going to be going down the line.
The Democrats have that.
Any voting.
They've got that sort of hottie over in Hawaii, haven't they? She seems to appeal to a lot of Democrats.
Yeah, Tulsi.
No, it is. I don't know the name.
Tulsi Gabbard isn't going to go
in.
No. I mean, I'd vote for her.
Yeah, no, and I actually tend to agree with you. He said Obama never had his own speech. Obama is a robot and does whatever he was programmed to do. I don't necessarily think he did what he was programmed to do, but I don't believe he ever wrote his own speech or he memorized his speech. It was always teleprompter.
He broke his programming. We got to contain him.
Dude, that was one of the things that Joe Biden I loved about him, because all of a sudden the teleprompter fell over and it broke. And he's like, the president's teleprompter. What will he do? And people start laughing.
Well, I mean, he wasn't good in debates for that very reason, right?
No, he's horrible in debates. Biden is a horrible candidate.
Now, I don't think President Trump is that good in debates either. He just throws ad homs and doesn't necessarily answer any question ever. He goes back to whatever talking points he has, no matter what.
All politicians do that.
Yeah, but you got to look. What questions are going to be asked of Trump? Did you really grab her by the pussy? It's a stupid question.
Did you really get pissed on by a Russian whore? No, that was John McAfee. He was in the same room with me.
See, I have an alibi. But no, the interesting thing on that is I do think that Joe Biden's style is actually very similar to a President Trump style. Because the reason why I say that is because what did he say? Like, if he was going to run, he's like, oh, well, Joe, like, how can you justify like President Obama and everything? It's like the stock market's at an all-time high and GM is alive. That's a strong mimetic.
Well, just one real quick thing on the whole fucking Donald Trump got pissed on by a Russian whore. Is my last ex was the first experience I had with explosive female ejaculation, and even she said that guys got really weird about that because they thought that she was pissing on them. So maybe fucking Trump is like, you know, some super fucking dickhard guy that he fucking made the bitch fucking ejaculate.
Okay, moving on, because I didn't make
by the way, George,
this is
turn
real
your
life.
speakers off so your kids can't hear that.
Well,
And here Ruth Bader Ginsburg is going to come back and tell us another story.
Well, from the grave.
What? No, she's back in court.
Yeah.
Yeah, just because she needed a nap. I mean, that's all she does.
I think she should be checked. I think it's probably animatronic now.
She's not Bernie.
Wait, Bernie's a robot?
No, Weekend at Bernie's.
That's Hillary.
Well, that's why we have the greatest modern medicine system in the world.
I thought that we needed to have a new healthcare overhaul.
We could change the structure a little bit.
Oh,
it would cost money.
You'd be like Venezuela, right?
Real quick, I had forgotten about this, but Aunt Jack is bringing it up. The left is calling Tulsa Gabbard a centrist Republican, pretending to be a Democrat. So, yeah, right? I mean, they're already attacking their own. And
Tulsi Gabbard is a freaking leftist. Don't anybody kid themselves.
But I just saw that.
She's more of like a Dixiecrat or a Blue Dog.
She's not.
But I thought the party was sort of primary. I mean, she's got appeal because they got no one else, have they? I mean, who else are the Democrats going to field? That's it.
She's the only bipartisan one. And MC, are you a little afraid of Miss Gabbard?
No, not really.
Because a lot of Republicans might actually.
Let me ask you a question, Deans. You think that she's a centrist? Could you tell me what she disagrees with her party?
With her party?
Yeah.
She's willing to associate with people that other people don't seem to want to associate with.
Did she vote against abortion?
Oh, I have no idea. I'm sure she dissented on something. Maybe some actual military things, I would believe. I would have to look.
They had a vote in New York today. Don't get me started on abortion. Okay, we're going to talk about that yesterday.
Example. Tulsi Gabbard is a hardcore leftist. She doesn't talk like she wants to burn everybody at the stake. Is the only reason they're calling her a centrist.
Oh, she's not but she's not like Crazy Eyes, is she?
But she doesn't talk like Crazy Eyes, but she agrees with every single policy Crazy Eyes has come up with.
Yeah. Okay, that's worrying. Definitely. Well, they got nobody then, have they?
This is the whole problem, is the left constantly does this. They say one thing, but when you actually look at what they do, they're complete leftists. It's like people trying to explain to me that, oh, Nancy Pelosi, she's just a neoliberal. She's not a real liberal. Really? Would you like to tell me how she's not a real liberal when she's voted straight down the line for liberal policy?
I'm not even sure if she's a real human.
Well,
that's a separate issue.
Well, MC, not to go back to libertarians, but I forgot to bring this up. Justin Amash was speaking at an event in the last weekend, I think, and somebody asked him, you know, who would you want to run for the Libertarian Party? He's like, well, first, they would be someone that wears Air Nikes, and he had Air Nikes on. In other words, he was talking about himself. Now, he won as a Republican. He is sitting, I believe, in the House as a Republican. If he switched parties to Libertarian to run, is his political career over at that point?
Of course it is.
It wasn't for Ron Paul. Ron Paul was able to make a comeback and go back to Republican.
Okay. And what's Ron Paul's career been like ever since he's done that?
I'd say he was very successful.
Really? Ron Paul? Ron Paul is beyond, is so far beyond the backbencher. He doesn't even have any chairmanship.
Well, he's retired now, by the way.
Right, but he had no chairmanship after he did that. Instead of having longevity, instead of being placed as one of the chair committees, he lost it all when he did that.
So you think he would have been better for the Libertarian Party or the freedom movement on a whole if he wouldn't have ran as a Libertarian in '88?
Yeah, if he wouldn't have sit up there and tried to betray the party, yeah.
You consider that a betrayal?
Sure it was.
But they've been calling Justin Amash a Republican-leaning or a Libertarian-leaning Republican since he got elected.
You can be a Libertarian-leaning Republican, but
but you didn't let me finish.
If you abandon the party, you are done.
But here's the thing: where Rand Paul will accept that label, Justin Amash says no. I'm a Libertarian. I just ran as a Republican.
If he abandons the Republican Party, it is done.
But then the Libertarian Party would have a seat in the House, right? As soon as he switches over, bam, Libertarians have a seat in the House.
For a year and a half, yeah.
Well, he resides in Massachusetts, I believe. He could win again. Why are you laughing? He won to begin with. He made it to the House.
He would split the Republican Party, allowing the Democrats to win that seat. That's what would happen.
Wait.
Why
Trump
didn't he run as a Libertarian?
Oh, President Trump wanted to win.
No, not Trump. We're talking about Justin Amash. He's out of your state. You should know who he is. But no, what is the Libertarian Party like in the Commonwealth?
I voted for a Libertarian on the ballot.
So it's non-existent, pretty much, by that response you stuttered. I'm guessing it's non-existent.
Very, very sparing. It's mostly Democrat and Republican. Even Dr. Shiva was going to run on the Republican side, but he wasn't able to, so he ran as an independent.
And how many votes did he get?
I think he got like 13%. maybe less. I voted for Senator Warren.
Yeah. Why doesn't that surprise me?
Should
I voted for one of the most liberal senators we've ever had. Oh, that's right.
Well,
she's not really liberal when you consider.
I voted for Scott Brown last time.
Would you consider the fact that she took the seat that Kennedy had? Yeah. Okay.
No. Scott Brown had it because Scott Brown during one of the debates, they're like, Mr. Brown, why do you think you would be fitting for a Republican to have Ted Kennedy's seat? He's like, no, sir, it is the people's seat. And at that point, I'm like, you got my vote.
Yeah, and then you didn't vote for him again?
No, I voted for him again.
You went for Hiawatha Juniors?
No. He moved to New Hampshire and tried to run for Senate.
Do you think Justin Amash? Do you think
MC, this is the reason people thought those kids were making fun of it, dude.
I'm making fun of you.
This is the reason, because they'll hear things like this. They'll be like, "Oh my God, look at all the
Look what
Nazi
he's doing.
frauds."
He's making fun of somebody that's 1/24th.
No.
How could he do that?
I think it was a 1080 or somewhere in there, one of those numbers. It sounds like a Tony Hawk number, but dude, I know, man, is
they were 4K. They were 4K.
She has worked, she has done things, dude. And Elizabeth Warren was a Republican like 20 years ago.
Elizabeth Warren is nothing but a liberal. That's all she's ever been. That's all she'll ever be. Period.
It's the Commonwealth, man. We're a pretty liberal state.
No, you're not a Commonwealth. The Commonwealth.
Well, we are actually. We are a Commonwealth, actually.
No, you're not. You're not really a Commonwealth. The Commonwealth is England, Australia, and New Zealand, and the Samoa, and fucking the others.
Hey, we're our own Commonwealth. We're New England.
Yeah, you're a wannabe Commonwealth.
Go Pats.
Okay, whatever.
Big boy
Brady better just start deflating the footballs already. But no, okay.
They checked them this time, actually.
Yeah, it's amazing how many they dropped this time too, wasn't it?
Like nobody's ever done anything sleazy in football. I'm not saying
it's okay to do things sleazy when you're a freaking.
We have no direct evidence that he was.
No direct evidence. I'm sorry, those balls were checked.
You do realize the kid in the 6th grade replicated an experiment that showed pressure per square inch.
And you're completely wrong. That's a bunch of bullshit, and you know it.
Hey, I heard on the radio station.
Why? Let me ask you a question, dumbass. Why were they even checking the footballs?
No, that's great.
Why do they ever check the footballs? It's like
because the previous team they played against showed it to the officials, and it was underinflated too. That's why they were
if you get bagged, you get bagged.
What happens when you take off all that pussy fucking body armor that you fucking footy players wear?
Oh, no, whatever. No.
Literally, when you
Dodge, take this over. Dodge.
And you go in front of his head, it's accused of being a headshot, right?
There's a reason you wear the armor.
Yeah. So that when somebody swings their arm in front of you, they can call a foul.
Well, in Australia we don't, and in England we don't, and all the other rugby countries we don't, and we look at you cunts and go.
And you want to know why we have all those rules? Because of his freaking glory, freaking golden boy.
We hit each other harder. Like, there's the thing of it.
Getting killed?
Gridiron fuckers go fucking. Oh, Australia, man! I wouldn't play fucking Australian football out there because they don't use fucking body armor.
15-yard penalty that continues a drive that led to a touchdown.
Smashing into a person across with you head to head every single play without
smashing across somebody and not even hitting their head, and watching a guy throw a 15-yard freaking personal foul penalty in a championship game.
Well, there's some calls that are questionable. That is true. I'm not disagreeing with you at all.
He's always been a pussy. He whines to the ref about it when somebody gets close to him.
Because he doesn't want to get killed. And when you have the man hit his knee toward the shreds. After stuff like that, you might be a little cautious.
That fucking faggot needs to realise you don't need the goddamn body armor because the rest of the world's been playing the goddamn game without body armor for fucking years. No cunt's got killed.
Yeah, and what happened to Michael Vick? He played like he played in college. He did well, and then his body got absolutely destroyed.
Because he was a pussy.
California drinks all his kale smoothies and stuff. Hey, you can't.
There you go. You answered your own question because he drank kale smoothies and fucking shit like that.
Michael Vick did his body didn't just give out. It had something to do with the 4-year hiatus for dog that he went to jail for.
Dude, I saw some of the hits that man took, and I'm like, that is not good.
Oh, memes. You want to check out someone getting hit? Check out Jonah Lomu.
Yeah,
Right?
yeah.
That
cunt's a fucking dirty, great big fucking Maori bastard. I've told us about fucking Maoris before. No shit. No, the Jonah Lomu, he's a fucking dirty, great big Maori. You do not.
Okay, I have something to say.
You really do not want to hit that guy.
No, 2 words for you. Steve Young. Now, you want to see some quarterback getting hit? Oh, fuck you. Go play rugby with the Roos. Anyway,
lady. Another one of the ladies
without body armor. Not a problem.
But I do think the concussion crisis in the NFL is probably because of the helmets, and when they get hit, the shock of your head bouncing around inside that helmet probably doesn't really help very much. Kind of like the gloves in boxing made the concussions a lot worse than when they did bare knuckle boxing.
But Matt, we don't wear helmets. But Matt, we don't wear helmets, and we don't have half the concussion bullshit.
I just said that. I mean, are we speaking the same language?
He did just say that. He did say that.
Mm-hmm.
But the whole point of helmets is to prevent the concussion and shit, though.
See, this is why I drink during my streams. Right now, all I have is soda. I'm way too sober for this shit.
Okay. Let me put it to you this way. All right, let me put it to you this way. You headbutt some cunt's shoulder, and it's not a shoulder. It's a piece of fucking dirty, great big plastic with shit like that on it. You're going to get concussion without a helmet. I think the whole point of body armor is just let the people play in their naked form, just like they are, with a t-shirt and shorts, and then see, we don't get all the bullshit you guys get.
So before you said t-shirt and shorts, I thought you were going to say we're going to broadcast on Pornhub.
I thought we're going back to fucking Greek times or something.
I know. I was like,
I have a lot more respect for him, especially in weather like Kansas City this last time. You go out there and frickin' just a loincloth, and you're out there playing football with that. You're a man.
No, Cabby, I think you might be onto something. Would there be backing for the Naked Olympics?
There would if it was. Yeah, it would if it applied for the women as well.
Yeah, sponsored by
no, we need to be inclusive. We would need to be. It would be illegal not to.
No. We don't want to see the hammer throw done in the nude for the females because we all know they're gigantic fucking diesel dykes. But the hurdles,
yeah, the discus would be okay.
Hey, hang on. What's this? What's
is it
no, just circuit. What's this?
Gymnastics in the nude? That would be interesting.
Yeah. Gymnastics is in the Olympics, right? I'm more into gymnastics.
I don't know.
Winter would be kind of hard.
What's that thing with the ribbons?
Can you imagine the guy doing the pommel horse and dropping?
Hey,
yeah. Oh yeah, there's a challenge to start. If you can do that without your eyes watering, you should get a 10.
Hey, what's this?
Ice skating?
100-meter women's hurdles.
That shit would be cold as fuck. Ice skating nude. Fuck that noise.
Yeah, but I mean, those nipples, they'd be like chapel hat pegs, wouldn't they?
Oh no, the way feminism is going, they're all freaking
fucks anyways. Oh my god, she's gouging the lane. Oh, look at the humanity.
MC.
The way feminism is going, they're all frigid fucks anyway, so who gives a shit?
Oh shit. But no, I don't know how we get back to politics from naked gymnastics, but we're gonna try. Okay. Don't you think Justin Amash could at least get some good attention on the Libertarian Party and maybe get into the debates? I feel he would do better than Gary Johnson ever did. I don't know. Maybe I'm being selfish here, but I want him to take this risk. But he's risking everything. You're right.
Why would he take that risk? What advantage would he gain?
He can get a lot of Republican votes. The Never Trumpers would flock to Amash.
the number Trumpers would not flock to it. What are you talking about? Why would they?
Because he's not Trump.
Part of the establishment.
Because he's not Trump.
No, but okay, but Justin Amash is not part of the establishment. They're looking for an establishment character.
Are they? Well,
no, they can't. You can't have. You're not going to primary the president of the United States. You're not doing it.
No, MC does. No, there were some folks that.
No, they're not.
Yeah,
that's suicide.
There will be people who attempt to do it. I guarantee it.
Who? Well, I mean, who would ever step up? Who would volunteer themselves to go against President Trump? Who has been vexed by President Trump? God damn it! Why is it always our governors?
What, you think Jeb is going to have a chance? I mean, Lindsey Graham is in the
would he do it? Would Kasich do it? Kasich's already threatened to do it.
Well, it's not like Mitt Romney has one of the most embarrassing photos ever with Donald Trump smiling like a lark next to him, making him eat frog's legs.
Okay, and?
I don't think Mitt Romney is the biggest fan of Donald Trump.
No, but Mitt Romney will run against him.
He better really have some magic underwear if he's going to go up against Trump.
Did he not potentially volunteer to replace him if the RNC decided to override the people's will?
He did, and they told him to go pound sand. And what did he do? He said, "I'll stay a Republican and I'll become a senator from Utah." And he ran against what? Oh, that's right. He ran against a libertarian and won.
Well, he's fucking Mr. Moneybags. Of course he fucking won.
What if Mitt Romney ran on the libertarian ticket?
Mitt Romney would not run on a libertarian.
No. When did he check that box?
We wouldn't let him in the room. We wouldn't let him in the room. There's no way.
What? Really?
Really?
Really? Yeah, no.
I hope he leaves his dog out this time.
Be nice to animals.
Yeah, most people carry him on the roof.
Oh, that wasn't. Well, it was a full car. He's got a lot of kids.
Fucking Mormons.
But no, I don't want to be mean just because of their religious beliefs. I'm just saying I don't like Mitt Romney.
You don't want to be mean because of their religious beliefs. They're a cult.
We have freedom of religion.
I will explain to you what I mean by that. The most dangerous aspects of that is if you take a look at how they vote, how Utah votes. Okay, they've had other people run that weren't Mormons, but over 90%, between 80 and 90%, always vote in a single direction. They vote the same way, to be honest, when it comes to identity politics. That's why I call it a cult.
Where? What?
In Utah.
Oh, they have a very homogenous population.
What do you mean they have a homogenous population?
We got a homogenous religion.
They're mostly Mormons.
They have a homogenous religion. Yeah.
They heat treated them like milk.
Yeah.
Well, they have a general thing that they hold dear.
Okay. Then why sit there and vote the way they do?
I mean,
I just got it. My libertarian dream team. All right, Justin Amash, president, and get Thomas Massey to run VP. After they win, they appoint freaking Rand Paul to something. I don't know what. Chief of staff or something.
See, here's the reason.
Why would anybody want to be chief? All right.
No, here's the reason why those two don't work is because I bet you $10 me and Cabbage don't know who the fuck those two cunts are.
Nope.
Well, in that case, you could put Ken Shamrock on there. You guys know Ken Shamrock.
Yes, he's an Irish bloke. To be sure. I bet you $10.
He knows Sheamus.
He was the UFC champion.
Oh, no.
Then turned professional wrestler.
No, he'll get in because of the idiocracy vote.
We voted in Kane.
No, okay. Maybe Rand Paul should just stay in the Senate. But okay, tell me why Thomas Massey VP is a bad idea with Amash running for president. I think that would be putting a big spotlight on the Libertarian Party, and we would get. I think Amash is in the Senate, or is he in the House as well? That'd be two members of the House that would turn Libertarian.
Who's Massey again?
I believe he's in the House. I think he's out of Texas. I might be wrong there.
Once again, why would they sit there and kill their careers by betraying the Republican Party?
I think the Republican Party is betraying them, really. But you know,
how's the Republican Party betraying them at this point?
We want a budget. We want a budget. Give us the wall, and we'll go ahead and give you everything you want, Democrats. Fuck the budget.
Okay, hang on.
What do you mean they're going to give everything the Democrats whatever they want? They're not going to give them everything.
He'll give them their whatever, the ceiling, the debt ceiling. Trump will raise that. He'll also give them the Dreamers. He's already given.
He will give them the Dreamers. I don't think that's what he said.
He's said 3
negotiating.
more years.
Well, he's giving them a legal status, and he's also at 250 miles of border barrier.
He said no. He didn't. First of all, it wasn't 250 miles, but it was like a 700. But that we'll go back to the legal status. He said he himself would authorize it for another 3 years. However, he also knows something.
You died. Who's that dude? He's a blonde fucker. Looks a bit like Eminem. Fucking, he's in the House of Congress.
And this is something I was waiting for the press to catch on, and only a couple of them ever brought it up. The whole DREAM Act has been declared unconstitutional and is going through the court system right now. Okay, so for him to say, well, I'll extend the Dreamers for 3 more years, knowing that there's a court battle to end it, and it's already been determined, all right, that it's been unconstitutional. He's basically giving them nothing.
Well, he gave them a throwaway statement in that case.
Okay, did you catch it?
So no, I didn't. I didn't know that
until now.
Okay.
Yeah,
Same question. Who's the monkey, the blonde-haired fella, skinny cunt, looks a bit like Eminem, that's in the House of Congress, that's been fucking trying to ask the hard questions and putting people at task? His name starts with T.
Trey Gowdy?
Trey Gowdy, that's the guy. Yeah, no, that's a fucker I'd want as an American president.
Wait, what did Trey do again? Didn't he do something?
He's done a lot. There's not much I don't agree with that. I don't disagree with that fella.
Why do I think MC is not a fan?
Well, he hasn't said anything yet, so I'm going to assume he agrees with me.
Trey Gowdy wouldn't be horrible.
Hey, he's horrible. Why?
I said he wouldn't be horrible. But
oh, good. No, like, all I've seen from this cunt is he holds cunts to task and he'll fucking try and get the answers. It's no bullshit.
He could be a little bit harder. Could be a little bit more.
But he knows how to play the game.
He does know how to play the game, and he plays it fairly well. But he really underestimates, or he doesn't play the press well enough. He needs to learn how to play the press.
I don't care about the press.
When you're running for president, whether you like it or not, you have to understand how the press works, and you got to be able to deal with the situation because the press is going to be your enemy.
Yeah, but MC, you got to remember, I'm a corporal. I don't give a fuck about how you work shit. I'm worried about.
I understand.
I'm worried about the leadership aspect of him.
He once again at certain times he's not my first choice because he's looked weak from the leadership perspective, in my opinion. Trey Gowdy is not a horrible candidate. All right, I would like to see him in a more executive role just to see whether or not he can deal with it from the executive branch rather than a legislative branch. But at the same time, all right, he's far from the worst candidate out there. There's far worse.
I know.
It's not my first choice. That's all I'm saying.
Yeah, the same.
Yeah, I don't know much about him. I'd have to look into him more. I've been kind of having my head in class.
He's been the one hammering. In fact, for a long time, he was the only one hammering on the Benghazi issue.
Yeah. Yeah, I think you'd really like this guy, Dodge.
Yeah, no, I'll look into him for sure. Anything else you guys want to discuss? We're hitting the 2-hour mark, so I was thinking about wrapping it up.
Well, just real quick, Memes messaged me a link to a stream the other day where I wasn't anywhere near a thing. Apparently, there was an Australian-based something or other you wanted my opinion on. What the hell was that?
Oh shit! I'll have to look that story
I
up.
think it involved a young lady or something.
The young lady. Oh, not the Israeli Arab fucking Palestinian woman.
Was it the one with the axe?
Oh,
No.
yeah.
You're gonna have to elaborate.
Granny with the axe. Did you not see my stream on that? Why don't people watch my streams?
Because I've actually got shit to do.
Yeah, no, I don't
I wasn't talking about you party. I was talking about memes.
No, well, we talk about so many stories. I can't remember exactly which one, so I'm gonna have to look into that and let you know, Farty. But no, there's a couple of things. MC, you'll be back in your home state, right, this weekend. So Sunday is a go. We'll be moving on. We're done with Gettysburg. We're moving on to some other battles. Next month, I'm going to be collaborating with Creepy Little Book, talking about Aleister Crowley. We're going to do one stream over on his channel about Crowley in general. And then the second stream will be here on Mad Dodge Productions about the Book of the Law specifically. That should be fun. And we'll be back tomorrow. Topic to be determined. Thank you for coming out, everybody. Good night, good luck, and don't go to France. We're out.